Spread joy up to the maximum. Bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium's liable to walk upon the scene. Accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative, and that charge to be affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between.
3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to Miracles Online Podcast. This is a podcast about relationships, dating, love, marriage, all the great stuff in life. And I'm your host, Jeff, and this is
I'm Kat.
And Kat, please tell the audience today what we have for our podcast.
Well, welcome to episode 62. My eyes are blue.
Woo, woo.
62. And our
Right.
goal is before the end of the year, 73. Bam. And
Wow.
that's significant. And I won't
Yep.
tell you why, but it's significant.
Yep.
So have you ever wrestled with what should you get your significant other for Christmas? I know I have.
Wow.
But
Well,
you know, what
I was going to say, I get a big list.
no, you
Here, this is
don't.
what you want to buy me.
Here's what you would love to surprise me with.
Right.
Let me just give you some inspiration.
Yeah.
So, what if the reason you were stressed, and there's a lot of reasons to be
Mhm.
stressed during the
Mhm.
holidays, but
Yeah.
what if one of the main reasons isn't because you don't know what to buy your significant other, but you don't really know what they need?
Right.
And how do you find out what they need, Jeff?
Well, there's that. And there's also, depending on how long you've been with someone, if it's not your wife yet,
Yes.
you've been dating a short time, let's say less than 6 months. What is appropriate? What is too much? What is too underwhelming? I mean, how do you make those decisions? Right. So the first thing I think what we on our bullet points on this is to understand what their emotional blueprints, meaning that what are their values in regards to what is important, what is sentimentality for them, what they see as romanticism.
Absolutely.
Those type
and the difference, that's such a good point, Jeff, the difference between what they say they want and what their soul really responds to. And, that can take time.
Yeah.
The 27 plus years we've been married, we're both on the same Amazon account. So pretty much if he wants anything, he buys it. If I want something, I buy it. But, it's nice to be seen, and for your significant other to anticipate by being aware, by seeing who you are. And I think that holds true, Jeff, whether you're together for a few weeks.
Mhm.
Obviously it takes a little bit more awareness, but in that getting to know you stage, you're doing a lot of finding out what are your hobbies, what do you like to do, what bugs you, what excites you,
Right.
all those sorts of things. In any relationship, certainly 27 years, but 27 months, the dynamics change, and what your significant other is interested in, or what lights them up, or what they loathe, all those things, those are going to change.
So if I'm dating,
change.
so if we're dating 6 weeks and Christmas is coming up, is jewelry appropriate?
That's a good question. Are you talking about what kind of jewelry?
Well,
Like from Tiffany, or from Barry's Jewelers, or from Walmart?
Well, you tell me. I mean,
or Macy's.
What is inappropriate? A big fat diamond ring, or if I got you a pendant or a bracelet. I mean, again,
I don't think. Well, pendants are coming back, but yeah, I think that's kind of outdated. But that's a good
is it now?
thing that you bring up. I had a guy, and maybe it was his culture. He was Jewish, but we'd only been dating like maybe 3 weeks or something. And he shows up with like an expensive piece of jewelry, a ring. And I didn't accept it. I just felt it was too fast, and I felt like I was being purchased.
Whoa. See, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because guys don't think like that.
But that's not, every
least I don't think so.
situation is different. And, I could have been in a relationship with someone else in 3 weeks. It wouldn't have felt.
That's right. If I got you a ring of 3 weeks, you would have been ecstatic.
Exactly. But with him, for some reason, I wasn't 100% into him. That was probably it. I felt like, okay, and I hadn't been intimate with him. So I just felt like I was being bought, so.
So that turns off women. If a guy comes in with a big piece of jewelry that let's say it's pretty pricey looking piece of jewelry,
right.
And the guy is like, let me show you how I can take care of you, or how,
or with the accent,
yeah, of course, because rich people have accents, right? So no, if a guy comes in and let's say the intention is, I want to show you how much I care for you, I want to be with you, so I spend, 4 digits. I don't even go into 5 digits, just 4 digits on a piece of jewelry, and we've been dating less than 2-3 months. Mm-hmm. That to you is too much.
No, and this is why I bring it up, because I think the intensity and the level of the connection of the relationship drives that. This particular incident that I bring up to you was just it wasn't mutual. I felt we were still in the kind of getting to know you, so I thought it was premature.
Okay.
Yeah, but so. I hate to be vague, but it is vague because it's so specific in terms of that. So let's go back, because I know you wanted to talk about that. Well, what if they buy expensive gift or not so expensive gift? Let's talk about some of the common gifting mistakes.
Yes.
Okay. Giving generic gifts with no personal meaning.
What would be a generic gift?
And again, that can be personal.
See, that's what I'm saying. Generic gift. Oh, I got you a car. Oh, you didn't like Hondas.
Okay. How about an umbrella?
Okay, there you go. That's very generic, isn't it?
Now, one of the best elephant gifts I ever received on a family elephant gift exchange was my leopard inverted umbrella.
Yeah.
So it is my cherished umbrella. But I'm talking about romantic relationship.
Right.
Don't give your guy or your gal an umbrella. Unless, there's
raining.
always exceptions. No, not it's raining. No, unless there was a history or a story, or let's just say she's, oh gosh, I was at a white elephant party and I so wanted that leopard inverted umbrella, and darn, I didn't get it. It didn't land on my lap. Well, then it's thoughtful. So here's what it comes down to, no matter the price, no matter whether it's generic, is, did you think about the person?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to feel seen, heard? Is it going to touch a connection that, oh, you noticed me, you heard me? I think
you were listening. Yes.
You were listening.
I know. I get bonus points when I listen. Just so you guys out there know,
absolutely.
If you're a husband and a good boyfriend, you got to listen really well.
Yep. Yeah. Listening is. What'd you say?
What did I say?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. So here's another common gifting mistake: waiting to the last minute. Okay, so
wait.
I don't know that he or she is going to know that you waited to the last minute, but if they are aware of it, it does show low priority. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute here. Okay, nobody's opening presents until December 25th. Am I right? Okay, so if I went to the store at December 24th to get what I need to get for you to open on 25th, what does it matter?
Well, as long as it's not an umbrella.
Well,
and
that's
it's a
right.
diamond, diamond
ring. See, here we go. So now the jewelry comes in.
No, I'm just kidding. This was, on our list of gifting mistakes, but, I think it comes down to, put some thought into it. So if you came up with, it's the last minute, it was generic, And then another point is overspending to compensate for lack of intimacy. We all know about that. The illustrations that we've seen many times on television and movies where the guy has, I'm just going to say the guy's cheated because he's usually the one who cheats, that the guy's cheated and he shows up with, an expensive cheat ring or necklace. Okay. To compensate for their lack of intimacy and his,
that's interesting. Guys cheat, women gets the jewelry to kind of, I'm sorry. But if a woman cheats, guy gets a divorce and gets nothing.
There you go.
What's the deal with that?
Because we ain't putting up with your shit.
Wait, this the female that cheated.
Oh, the female cheated.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I bet it is.
Sorry about that. If she cheats.
Yeah. And usually the guy just says, enough, we're done.
Yeah.
There's no buy me something, buy me, big screen TV with surround sounds and we're all good.
And do you know why that is? That's really from an kind of an archaic, patriarchal, misogynistic viewpoint where, oftentimes has been the case where, the woman's being very well taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So she puts up with the cheating so she can have the mansion, the diamonds, the cars, the trips.
Yeah.
I'm sure the other way around with gigolos, that it would work that way as well.
Well, I wouldn't call them gigolos. I think in my neck of woods, we call them liars.
Oh, liars. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, let's get back to this because I didn't want to really push off the beaten path. But it's interesting about the dollar amount, like you said in the last thing is don't overspend.
Compensate. Well, okay, but that's not for the sake of, you want to share your wealth with your significant other with a beautiful gift that happens to be elaborate. That is in lieu of intimacy or in lieu of being faithful.
Well, I'm a traveling salesman. I've been gone for 2 months and I just got back. Hey, I brought you something really nice. It's a $10,000 necklace. You see what I mean?
Well, again, has he been faithful?
Well, he's been faithful, but he works on the road.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? So that is the best he can do.
Sure.
And if you're okay with the relationship,
well, probably a trip would be better. Spend some time together.
That's right.
We're gonna get into that on the gift, kind of the gift options.
Okay, well let's go. See, you hear the motorcycle is here. So at this point, we're only halfway through at the motorcycle now coming in. So what we could do is, let's do this. Bullet point number 2, avoid the common gift mistakes. So what are those mistakes?
Well, one of them, I think this is for a lot of people, is buying what you like. Okay, instead of what they like.
I guess that only works when you're a kid and you want to buy dad's a baseball cap that you want. Right?
We already talked about overspending, trying to compensate for lack of intimacy.
That's right.
That's never a replacement. It doesn't matter what you buy.
Yeah.
We talked about giving a generic gift,
Yep.
that has no personal meaning.
Yep.
And also waiting to the last minute, which you kind of pushed back on that one. I guess you could wait to the last minute. Again, as long as the other things line up, you're not overcompensating. You're not buying something you want. You've seen, heard, listened, paid attention to your significant other.
Yeah.
And then the last one that we have not talked about is choosing a gift that creates work instead of joy.
Yeah.
And what would that be? A set of pots and pans?
No, things you have to assemble.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, tell me about it. Especially there's a company out there that sends you stuff with stupid little illustrations and no instructions. Then you have to figure out how to put this 400 piece
You've done enough of that for our staging and business, Jeff, but and for our grandchild through the years. But give me an example of what would create work instead of joy. Like if I got you, a leaf blower for Christmas, you can buy that yourself. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
of
like,
course.
here's a leaf blower. I
Yeah,
hope you like it.
I think any kind of household appliance is a no.
Yes, a
Any kind of
blender.
cookware is a no.
Right.
Right.
And I know there's some pretty fancy cookwares and things like that for, Chef Wong RD, that kind of thing, because, family's always asking about,
Yeah, but
things
nobody
that you
wants to
like
get a
for cook.
bread maker for Christmas. Ho ho ho, Santa.
Yeah.
You know,
Or rice maker. We'll buy that
I mean,
ourselves.
again, it's.
But maybe some fancy pots and pans.
I would say this.
don't know.
I'm not like that anymore. I'm grateful and have full gratitude.
Yes,
whatever you bring.
exactly. But I'm talking more the significant other. We've
Right.
been married 27 years.
Right.
Our family's been with us forever.
Yes.
So,
I'm not showing up with a shoehorn for her. I don't care if it's from Tiffany's or not.
Oh, you're funny. A shoehorn from Tiffany's. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, did you see how it shines and makes little colors?
So let's dive into this last part that we have, Jeff, on symbolic gifts. Okay, a gift that represents a future vision.
Yeah.
And instead of listing these, I've created this acronym. GIFT might be easy for folks to remember, GIFT, that will maybe kind of give you some inspiration on different types of gifts. Okay.
Yeah.
So the G is for grounded or practical gifts. Okay. Regardless of a leaf blower. Okay. But something that supports your daily life. That could be, it could be tools, it could be wearables, it could be upgrades, things that say, I pay attention to how you live to make your life easier.
Okay.
Okay. So, for some, it might be a leaf blower. It's like, maybe your significant other is sweeping, instead of blowing and spending a lot of time, and doesn't have a leaf blower. So, I stand corrected. A leaf blower could be a G, under the G, for a practical gift to make your life easier.
Well, what about a self-help book? Would that be too,
I think so. It depends on if it was, how to deal with the narcissist. That might not be a good
What about
one.
a book says, why am I such a mess?
I think that might not. I think that would be a deal breaker.
So I guess my 6-month-old relationships cannot stand and weather that book.
I would stay clear of something like that.
Okay.
If you're going to go with the books, I'd go with something inspirational.
You can buy the book, just don't give it for Christmas. Come on, think about it. You don't want to wake up and everything's festive and you go under the tree and you go, why am I such a big mess? Give it to her on a regular day.
I wouldn't give it to her at all. Fix your own self before you tell her she's a mess. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So moving right along, let's go into the I for on gift, GI, and that is something intimate / sentimental. Okay. So that could be something that maybe reflects a memory that you all had together. It could be inscriptions, letters, photos, shared symbols. This is where really the heart really gets touched.
The places we've been together. There's something that remembers that.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. So I think, sentimental, it really means something for both of you. Yes. And then moving to the F on gift is future focused or forward, something forward. So that could be something like a trip, that you're going to take together, or classes, maybe dance lessons, Jeff.
I'm sorry, my girlfriend's a gimp.
Your girlfriend's a gimp.
She only has one leg.
I bought him Fred Astaire dance lessons. How long ago?
It's got to be at least 15.
Maybe 10 years ago.
No.
Yeah, we never did them. He's getting them again. He might get them this year.
I can't. I have baseball injuries.
Yeah. You can go out there and play baseball and catch, but you can't do a little waltzing and dipping on the floor.
That's because of the injury, honey.
Oh, the injury. I'm sorry. The injury. Okay.
Somehow we're going to end up being in that dance studio one day. Yeah.
Anyway, you want to look something forward. I love the trips. I love the classes, maybe a cooking class, and something that says, hey, we haven't done, let's do this. We haven't been here. Let's go there. You
Right.
know, you're buying experiences and memories together. So I
Absolutely.
love the future, the future focused forward.
Me too.
For the
I
F.
I like taking trips with you.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
It's awesome. We
Yeah.
have fun traveling.
Yes.
Okay, and so then the T is tender or emotional.
Oh, tender mean money.
Tinder, that's Tinder, not tender, dear. Tender, as in
Yeah.
tender heart.
Love me tender, love me true.
So,
Yeah, I get it.
so I like that. Something that meets an unspoken need:
Mm.
comfort, reassurance, rest, touch, or care. This says, "I know you."
Hmm. Softness,
Yeah.
sensitivity.
So, what's an idea of a gift for that under the emotional, tender, unspoken need?
For us,
Yeah, sure. We can only speak for us.
I mean, geez, it's like you don't have enough of it already. Look around you.
Tender. I didn't say decor.
Well, no, I mean,
Oh.
again, tender.
Not Tinder. I keep saying Tinder.
Wow. She keeps on going there, doesn't she? So that deserves.
Something that is comforting, reassurance, rest, a touch that says, "I know you."
$1,000 in an envelope usually does that.
That does. That does.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know,
That does. That says, "I know my love loves
again,
to shop."
that's the
But-
tender of the tender.
So for me, and I know it's not something that you wrap up, but to me, you wrap it up every morning when I get up to get my coffee, because this lovely, wonderful, amazing husband of mine grinds up the Jamaican beans and puts together the coffee machine so that when I get up in the morning, which I get up 2 to 3 hours before he does, that I just have to hit the button. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes he forgets the water.
So the gratefulness of it is this year
Yes.
just buy you coffee beans.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, because it's not the buying, it's the
All of a sudden
doing.
it's like,
No,
no.
it's not the buying, it's the doing.
Okay, so you get the Coffee Club of the Month membership. Every month you
Yes.
get a bag of coffee.
Oh, okay. Well, I
See how quickly that just changes to wait a minute.
I like the getting up, having the coffee made, and it it touches my heart. And when I remember, I turn on your ice machine so that there's lots of little baby ice ready for you when you get up. That says, "I know you.
Well, I didn't
I
get any
care
ice
about
this
you.
morning.
I love you."
Okay, well, again, I always try to, in sense of when selecting Christmas gifts, number one is the lovely little bear is being excitable about certain seasonal things. And I'll say this: as we got older, things are not nearly as materialistic. Not like the ways it was like 10, 15 years ago, where
Sure, we were
is
trying
this
to prove.
the iPad that I've been seeing all the time? You know, that was like
We never got an iPad for Christmas. We always.
What are you talking about? You have the first generation iPad when it first came out, and I bought one.
But I bought that in California with my
No,
son,
That's
didn't I?
that was a
Oh, that was
different one.
that was a different.
That's a different
We've
one.
been together too long. Yes. How many iPads have we gone through?
We've had many iPads since then. But the point being is, I knew that it was something that not everybody had. What it was is Junior Man had his, and you saw he had one, but you didn't have one.
Oh, but
So I bought one for you for Christmas.
Oh.
However, I didn't have enough budget to buy the biggest gigabyte.
So it didn't hold a lot of.
Well, it held it. It still functioned like a regular iPad. It just, you couldn't clutter it with 50 gigs of junk.
Why don't I remember that? For some reason, the first one I remember is the one Adam helped me pick out when we were in California.
That's your second
That was my second one. Oh, okay.
Your first one was a gift that I bought.
Oh.
Yeah. And again, of course, it's the best Christmas ever.
Well, they all are the
Right.
best Christmas
So-
ever.
so that's
micro moments of happiness.
What I was going to say is that during that time, we were about 10 years into the marriage and so forth. So even though we knew each other, there was still a lot of materialistic. We were both working super hard in our business.
So
not
we
working for
were
ourselves.
rewarding ourselves
We
with
were
material
working for other
things.
people. Yeah. Then I wasn't making nearly the kind of money that I should be making. But at the same time, I also knew that this is the only time we got to enjoy, if you will, the things that we wanted. Is in the holidays we splurge a little bit more.
Sure.
And we did that, so
Sure.
that was how we shopped.
We went in debt. Yeah.
Where we really don't do that anymore. And as a
No.
matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we kind of made a decision that we're not going to do like 20 different gifts for an individual. It's overwhelming, overpowering, and overkill for the holiday spirit.
Yeah, the overflow we just put in the stocking. I like to pick up little things, stocking stuffers, but sometimes I like to wrap them just so it takes more time to open everything. And you're the one who actually showed me wrapping up gifts to put in the stocking. I wasn't raised like that.
No.
You didn't wrap the stuff in the stocking, but I like that because it prolongs the Christmas morning.
That's true. That difference with our household is that we go into sitting into a seating circle. Everybody opens their presents one at a time. Where I've noticed in the past, my family and other people's family was, it's Christmas morning. Everybody dove under the tree.
The first time I saw that, because I remember like at Sharon's, and then that's how they did. Everybody tore into it like a frenzy.
Yeah, and it was done in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I'm not criticizing if that's your tradition, that's how you do it. It's just like, I guess it's kind of the same. The first time I had boxed stuffing for Thanksgiving, I was like, what? I went to a friend's house, like, oh my gosh, this is stuffing. Okay.
Anyway, so the thing was that when we did that, it gave us a longer open presence moment
experience,
breakfast type of time.
Yeah.
And it lasted a couple of hours, and it was more memorable.
Absolutely.
Opposed to everybody.
Well, you think about how long, I mean, not only the money, the time, the thought, the wrapping the gifts, all of that, making sure you have wrapping paper, all that stuff.
Right.
And, it's, you want to cherish it.
Well, you do want to cherish it, but at the same time, like I was saying, that we sometimes overpopularize this holiday. We glorify it to the point where it's all about giving. It's all about the gifts, and it's all about the presents, and we want to outdo what we did the last year. And that to me is losing the Christmas spirit.
Absolutely.
And that too is not good for the pocketbook, because now all of a sudden you're overspending. How many people out there? And I know audiences are watching right now. Be honest to yourself. How many people out there overspend your budget for Christmas? Leave us a comment right now, because we want to see. We want to see that this is not just a few people's bad habits. There's a lot of people with this.
I'm going to wrap up this section because it's a perfect segue from what you're talking about, Jeff, and that is that the thoughtfulness is the gift. Okay, the item is just the delivery system.
Okay.
So, pause, have thoughtfulness, think about the person, think about who they are, what lights them up, how you can make their life easier, and connect that way with a thoughtful, soulful gift. And with that, I'm going to go right into the poem.
You doing a poem already?
I am.
Wow,
Aren't we ready for the poem?
You can go ahead.
I think we are. Yeah, because this is, remember, double. Second recording.
Let's just tell everybody what's going on. The magic is gone. The yellow brick road is not here, and the wizard, well, he's just a little short dude. Okay, let's do the Christmas poem.
Yeah, I think we're good on time. So it was never about the gift. It was never about the gift. Not really. Not the box or the bow or the last minute panic in aisle 3. It was about noticing, about hearing what they say and what they don't say, about remembering the thing they lingered on just a little bit long. The gift isn't the object, it's the pause, the attention, the quiet, I see you wrapped inside. Something practical says, I care about your day. Something sentimental says, I remember your heart. Something for the future says, I'm still choosing you. And something tender says, I know what you need when the world is loud. That's where the miracle is, not under the tree, but in the understanding. Because the gift and the best gifts don't impress. They recognize. And when someone feels truly seen, everything else is just a ribbon.
Yeah. That's lovely.
Mhm.
And of course, again, when selecting a gift for your loved ones, be sincere, be thoughtful, and be honest. You shouldn't have to think that this is leverage for something. You shouldn't think this is the way that you can make up for something or any of those kind of
None of
things
those
from it.
things. If your
Right.
gift makes them feel understood, you got it right.
Yeah.
Everything else is just wrapping.
That's right. So we have definitely gifts ideas for everybody.
We do. I'm so glad you brought that up, Chuck.
Yes.
All right, stocking stuffers
Oh.
gifts. This is less than $10 Miracles Online, written by myself. Finding true and lasting love in a digital world. I found this guy, he found me, and I hope you can find yours.
Yeah.
So pick one up, pick a few up, and give them away to anyone who's single, divorced, widowed, lonely, just looking for love. Because remember, love wants you as much as you want love. And this book is like a GPS for online dating. Whether you've done online dating, you're doing online dating, but not having success, you'll find something in this book for you.
Absolutely. And just to end this podcast with this little story, Kat and I met in late October towards almost a week of Halloween. Then we courted through a few weeks, and it was courted. Then we got married on the 18th of November. So we spent our holiday season immediately together.
Mm-hmm.
First time I ever went to the in-laws' house was Thanksgiving, and then bam, Christmas here. And I would have to say that was an incredible feeling. The best Christmas present that I could ever ask for, which was I found my best significant other partner, and now I have a family that I belong to that I did not have. And to me, I remember distinctly at that time the overwhelmingness of just being grateful, being satisfied, feeling loved. All those things was like an avalanche to me.
And that's with a very dysfunctional family.
Was it? We didn't get dysfunctional until the following January, when all the holiday stuff kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, we just, of course, that it like any other relationship, it takes time to understand and learn each other. And we did that the first year. But the greatness
I wasn't talking about us. I was talking about my family.
Oh, I thought it was talking about your family.
Not us.
Your family was funny. They thought it was very unique because number one, they knew Kat was a very strong individual. So here's this so-called hard-headed sister that nobody's good enough for her, and all of a sudden she shows up with this long-haired Chinese guy. It's like, what happened? How did this happen? So I'm sure it was kind of mind-blowing, for your family to see this. And with me, I just, again, felt really blessed. I remember that when we made the decision, then got married, and we're going into the holiday season, decorating our very first Christmas tree. We have a picture of it now. I'll post it on Substack. You can see that picture. And that feeling of not having to go through holidays alone again was really incredible.
Never again, baby.
Right. And just so everybody knows, prior to me getting married with Kat, I was working 3 jobs when I was playing in the music, in the band, and the entertainment industry. So I also had a job that gave me flexibility because of that. And ultimately, what happened was that during the holidays, I didn't go home because everybody was in Texas and I was in California. So I would work triple shifts. In other words, I would work 3 to 8 hour shifts because there was other people that would go home. And my Christmas for like probably 3 years in a row was me sitting in retail, manning the store, watching Scrooged by Bill Murray. And that to me was what I had going into the holiday season every year until when we had our Miracles Online. And then once that happened, now we watch Scrooge with Bill Murray together every year. So there it is. There's my story. Don't forget, like and subscribe and share. Join our Substack. Subscribe that. You can also see a lot of stuff on miracles-online.com. That's actually our website. And with all that, I think we're going to say thank you for tuning in. Happy holidays. I'm going
Merry
to kiss
Christmas.
my little bear, and then we will see you on the next Miracles Online. Ho, ho, ho.
Looking for love online? The book Miracles Online by Kat Trolinos reveals the secrets to finding real connections in a digital world. Get yours today and give someone the hope of true love.